Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn with me, Pit Marthroy. In the last episode, we got all of the enemies inside of this little castle right here defeated. We got a couple of treasure chests. Got some really cool stuff. Got some extra bows, axes, and swords, and even a light tome called Thani, which will be very helpful later on. So now we have the next chapter. Basically, it's Laura's missing. She decides to join you, even though it doesn't really tell you that. They split up to look for her. Then we have Jared. Where's Laura? So Laura got captured, and now Micaiah got captured, but Ilyana flew away. So they will know about where she is. And that was from last chapter. Yes, we cleared chapter 2, which was the Dispossessed. So now we are taking on chapter 3 of Faint Light. This will probably be a 2-part chapter, just for the record, but I can't guarantee it. So we are at Galive prison, I believe that's how you pronounce it. So Laura and Micaiah are in the cell. They hope the others escaped. We have Anime from the last Fire Emblem game. She sold you stuff. You know, you're bleeding. I'm Anime. And then we have Ilyana, I think. Ilyana. She's a Thunder Mage. And she was from the last game, too. They belong to a merchant, so they will sell you stuff after this. We have this guy right here. And, let's see. And then we have, boom, Soth, because he's awesome. Not to sound sexist, but has anybody noticed that everybody that's trapped in the cell is all females? And I'm not being sexist. I think the game is being sexist, because I would have thrown a few, like, random soldiers in there or something. So yeah, Anime recognizes Soth. During the Mad King's War, they cross paths. Soth can open the door because he's awesome. May I join you? Sure. My name is Kurth. And Kurth's not gonna do anything. Kurth will leave after this chapter. He's worthless. How did you get in without my help? Oddly enough, one of the soldiers let us in the back way. A Benyan soldier? Yes, he said, if you're here to save Laura, follow me. How strange, why would a Benyan soldier mention me? The prisoners are escaping! I just guessed on that line, but I got it right. Surprise, surprise, they found us. While I was in the army, I borrowed a few tomes and staves. And Anime says she's not a fighter, and neither is Kurth. So Ilyana, or Ilyana, I'm sticking with Ilyana just because that's easier for me to say, will be a Thunder Mage. She has Thunder and L Thunder. She's a level 12 Thunder Mage. I don't typically use her that often. I might for this, but probably won't happen. For this strategy, I always send Edward over to the right, because this is a good chance for him to get some EXP. And so he'll be taking out all of the units over on this side of the map. We have a door key. Ha, door key. Let's just turn the attack animations off. We're trying to get through this somewhat quickly. Let's see. Let's start with the back here. Okay, so Ilyana can reach right here. 14 is 28, so we'll just use this. Let's see. That'll work. One thing really quickly about Micaiah, she has for some reason, she's got a very, very, very bad chance of actually gaining HP when she levels up. I don't know why, but Just be aware of that. It's really bad. On the ally phase, anime will move over there, but that's all that happens. So yes, reinforcements show up. That soldier in black armor, could it be... Watch the talk tutorial? No! When you have an enemy that you can recruit, for example, this guy, Aaron, you need to talk to them with the appropriate person. In this case, it's Laura. Just go up to them and hit talk. So Aaron is Laura's brother, and he decides to switch sides after he finds you. Ah, shoot. Aaron's actually really good if you can get him to class change. Unfortunately, his attack power is fairly low at the beginning, but I'm actually going to try to use him a little bit more than I normally do. And here we have some knights. Critical. So that knight's gone. I do use Soap to take out the knights. You can use Thani to take them out, like the one boss that you may or may not have done that with. But you kind of have to be a little bit more careful. So you can break open the door with your weapon or just use the door key that you got. But if you break it open with your weapon, you will lose a PowerPoint usage. So I just use the door normally. You know, just use the door key and open the door. Makes sense. You probably already realized this, but all that grass right there, that will hinder your movement quite a bit. This item, or this, not really item, but this thing right here and here, these are heal hedges. What they do is if you stand on them whenever your turn starts, you'll get a little bit of HP. Not a lot, but some. So if you're running low and you don't have a healer nearby, that's an option. Okay. So now it's just kind of a matter of moving everybody down here. He does not have a ranged weapon, so I'm going to take out a little bit of HP and then defeat him with the bronze dagger. I think that guy right there's got a longbow, that archer down there, but I'm not sure. If it is, we will find out. Yes, he has an iron longbow. An interesting fact, not that I'm like a history nerd or anything, in fact I'm not a fan of history at all, but the longbow was actually very helpful in the 100-Year War between France and Italy, and in this game, the longbow is not accurate at all. It's horrible. I mean, it's the worst bow ever. Like, even your own units that wield it can't use it really well. It's a terrible weapon. You do not want to be using longbows. They're just plain awful. They're just... ugh. Don't use them. Ever. And the boss will not move. I did not mention that, but the boss will not move. He does have a ranged weapon, though. He has a wind edge, which you already know what that is, so there's no point in going over it. $13.26. That'll work. Alright, I'm going to take out this guy first before I do anything else, because there's actually something you can steal from the boss that's very, very helpful. So we're just going to move all of our units down here. Heal Micaiah with Laura. I know this is kind of like a little bit of a waste right here, but, you know, I'm just trying to get this done somewhat quickly. Okay, so he'll be out next turn. Because he will attack, trust me. Sometimes they might try to go for the heal hedge, but usually they don't, which is fortunate. Alright, so what you're going to want to do here is have Nolan's hand axe equipped. Go over to this guy and steal. He's got a skill called Disipline. Allows you to acquire the skill Disipline when you're at a base, which you'll get later in the game. Disipline will double your EXP in each battle, so it's a great skill. Okay, Soth will probably be alright then. See, he can do 14 times 2 against Leonardo, so he would die. How about Nolan? 11? It's safe. He has no chance at a critical, so he can't die. Alright. We're almost done, guys. Almost done. Yeah, he went for Nolan. Okay. Now, since this unit is a knight, or cavalry, whichever you want to know him as, I just know it as cavalry, he is also vulnerable to Thani, so he can get killed by that as well. So if you go over to him and use Thani, you'll see that PowerPoint's 32. So we're going to be taking him out with Micaiah. Goodbye. And thus ends that chapter. Very simple chapter. I like that chapter though, or that part, whatever. No, it's a chapter. It's a good chapter. And it actually adds a little bit of thinking, because the first ones you can just kind of do it without thinking, really. So now you meet Jorge and Daniel from the previous game, because they're part of the caravan that Anime's in. They talk about how one person does not a country make. A strong country only exists when its people are strong. So they're kind of destroying Dan. And we have the Dastards, which is the Nintendo's attempt at covering up swearing, because, let's face it, we all know what that word is. And if you don't, then I'm not telling you. Then we have Mustin, who makes the weapons. So they mentioned that there was a rumor that King Ashnard left an orphan behind. It's just a rumor, but if it's true, it would be a strike of great fortune for Dan. In the last war, Crimea used something, I don't know how to pronounce that right off the top of my head, of the royal family to unify its people and rally a liberation army, which was Valencia, so could Dan. And drive out Venyan. So where's this orphan? According to the rumor, he's in the east near the desert. Shall we go there? Micaiah, what do you think? An important encounter awaits us there. So we are headed off to the desert. I'll see you guys in the next chapter then. Later.